Our brethren, do not be deceived. Do not be deceived by this propaganda that you've been fed over the centuries. You are not African descendants of slaves. You are not African American. You are not blacks in America. No, you are Africans. You are Africans, and Africa is in you. You left with Africa inside of you when you were kidnapped and stolen from the continent. Yes, they're trying to make you believe that this journey that you're attempting to take is a life and death issue. Yes, it is a life and death issue for our offspring. Yes, and no, you do not need any kind of special medication to come to the continent. If they do not need medication to come to the continent, then what makes you think that you need medication? It is because of this media propaganda and the education system through which we have been raised to believe that we are two different breeds of people, that the Africans on the continent are a different group and the Africans in the diaspora are a different group. Truth of the matter is, now we are awakened. We've learned, we know that these people, how can they treat us like dogs and teach us right? How do we expect them to teach us right when they have treated us very, very ill? So I say to you, brethren, these guys that are trying to, to confuse you about coming to Africa, they are coming to Africa. In fact, they are already on the African continent. They are launching mega investment projects as a group. Remember, as a group. But then they're trying to avoid you from coming as a group. You see, do not fall for it. I speak to people every now and then, especially from America, and they tell me how fearful they are about coming to the continent. And I assure them that, listen, you're not going to get off the plane and find a group of zebras and kangaroos and lions and elephants waiting for you at the airport. Those are false images that have been projected into your subliminal mind to disconnect you from the land of your heritage, from the land of your ancestry. And I say to you, do not fall for the false identity crisis, hoax. No. Now they're trying to teach you that, that your history started from 1619 going forward. This 1619 project as a here. Listen, why not teach you what happened from 1619 going backwards? Yes. Why are they trying to educate African people on the continent and in the diaspora that our history really, really started when we were colonized, when we were enslaved? We want to know what happened from the 17th century going backwards, not what happened from the 17th century going forward. You are trying to disconnect us from the land of our heritage, from our real history, because once we know our true history, we shall know our true power. So do not fall for it. Africa welcomes you. Africa is your home. Yes, it is home. They are securing their future by buying mega pieces of land. Yes, and they're influencing politics. And they're securing the future of their offspring. Why not you? Why not I come together? Thank God we have a joint economic initiative, and it is specifically meant to buy land, because land is the starting factor. Develop this land and put up systems that are going to break the systems that are forever kept us in a position of subjugation. So do not fall for that false identity crisis hoax. It is meant to make you fearful of coming home. Yet Africa welcomes you. Let your feet kiss the ground. Make that decision to make the trip, to come down here. We will receive you. We will tell you what you need to know about this great African empire. And yes, we will make sure that you find a place to lay your head in peace, away from being called names, away from the police brutality, away from the mass incarceration, away from all these systems that have plagued our brethren on the continent and in the diaspora. But you cannot do it as an individual. I cannot do it as an individual, but together as a group, we are an unstoppable force. There is strength in numbers. So thank you for watching, and leave us your comments. Let us know what you think.